749 ringgit day. I still don't get why people spend 3,000 ringgit on a phone when you can get a very reasonably priced phone like this and use it as your daily driver. I don't understand. Hey, what's up guys, Adam Lobo here and you're watching Adam Lobo TV. If you guys are new, hello and welcome. Do consider subscribing to Adam Lobo TV as I release videos every single week, sometimes twice a week, and if I have a little more time, 3 times a week. And if you're returning as a subscriber, welcome back my friends. Now the unboxing process of the Honor 10 Lite is pretty straightforward, as the box comes in the signature Honor blue with the Honor 10 Lite in the middle. Then below at the side of the box, you'll find the specs and the variant over there. Opening up the box then reveals the phone itself inside of a plastic wrapper. Then underneath, there's a small white box which has the SIM ejector pin on the outside and the clear phone case. Below that, you'll find a USB-A to micro USB cable and also the charging brick. Now going over to the phone specs, the Honor 10 Lite comes with the Kirin 710 chipset. It comes with 3 gigs of RAM with either 32 or 64 gigs of storage. It is shipped with Android 9 Pie with the EMUI 9 skin and it has Bluetooth 4.2. Now the Honor 10 Lite comes in 4 colors for you guys to choose from. The one which I have is the Sapphire Blue. Then there's also the Shiny Red, Sky Blue and Midnight Black. Now let's go over to the phone's build. Just like the name, it is pretty light at 162 grams and the sides are aluminum, and although the back is made of plastic, it has a very nice glass looking finish which is also really cool, but it felt really nice to hold and the back is harder to clean because of its plastic finish. There's also a slight camera bump at the back and the fingerprint sensor was placed in a great finger position. Now as for the ports and buttons, the volume rocker and the power button is on the right, and then on top there's a SIM card slot which also has a micro SD card slot which supports up to 512 gigs of storage. Then looking below, there's the now rare headphones port. Thank you Honor. A micro USB port. Yes, it isn't USB-C, but considering its price, which I'll let you guys know later. Then also you find a mono firing speaker. Now looking at the phone's display, it has a 6.21-inch IPS LCD screen with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels and a 19.5 aspect ratio and a good 83.1% screen to body ratio. Now although I'm not a fan of the notch, it's not as distracting compared to the bigger notch out there in other phones, so there weren't any issues while watching videos on YouTube and also Netflix. Now as for the phone's camera, the Honor 10 Lite comes with a 13 megapixel of an aperture of f1.8 with a 25mm wide lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. Now I was really quite surprised by the good image quality for a phone of this price, and the images during the day was really good with proper details of the sky and buildings, and the AI features for the app also brings out a great amount of saturation and also brings out the overall color as well. Then the portrait mode was also good with a great depth of field shots on objects and also great on the person. Then the phone also has a night mode where, to my surprise once again, it was pretty impressive. Now as for the front camera, it has a 24 megapixel f2.0 aperture with a 26mm wide lens, and the regular selfie pictures were nice and properly lit but of course a bit soft, and the portrait selfie was a hit or miss, especially on the edges for the blurred background. But the AI features for the front camera worked very well even under low light conditions. Now as for video, the Honor 10 Lite records up to 1080p at 60 frames per second and the video quality was really good, but it does lack image stabilization, and the video recording for the front camera is also great at 1080p as well. Now as for the phone speaker, there's just one mono firing speaker. Yes, it does not have a stereo sound, but the overall sound was quite loud, and here's a quick sound test. Now as mentioned, the phone is shipped with Android 9.0 Pie with the EMUI 9 skin instead of the Magic UI, which is used for the Honor's flagship phones, and during my 1.5 week test, there weren't any issues, but of course having stock Android would be the best, but that is definitely a far-fetched idea. Now as for the phone's battery, it comes with 3400 milliamps of battery, and during my test with automatic brightness turned on, I got an average of 4 hours and 26 minutes of screen on time at 11% battery, which was really cool. Now believe it or not, running games was not an issue during my gaming test on Asphalt 9. There was no lag whatsoever, and the phone ran fine on PUBG on medium settings, which is also a welcoming surprise. Which is also a welcoming surprise for such a low RAM phone. And yes, during a very long play, it does get little hot, but it's still bearable. Now in conclusion, the Honor 10 Lite is an all-round great lower mid-range smartphone which ticks all the necessary boxes to use this phone not only as a second phone but also as a daily driver. Now as I said, I was really surprised by the image quality and of course the battery life of the phone, where it really begs the question, do you guys really need to spend so much money on a flagship phone? As the Honor 10 Lite is coming at an amazing price of only 749 ringgit for the 3 plus 32 gig variant, for the sky blue and the midnight black, and is priced at 799 ringgit for the 3 plus 64 gig sapphire blue and the shiny red variant. And if you guys are looking to purchase the phone, I will leave a link at the description below. Alright guys, with this, do let me know what you guys think of the Honor 10 Lite. Let's discuss down at the comment section below. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a nice big 10 thumbs up. Like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell icon just next to it to get notified for my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Adam Lobo and I'll catch you guys in the next video.